Hello everyone, this is Running on Empty Food Review. Well, there we go. A slightly toned down intro, but I'm kind of making up for it with the gray shirt, the poppin', right? Poppin' tie, and here we go. So, there we go. A little bit of a better, well, I kind of banged my knee on the table there. Okay. Obviously, the situation being what it is, it's different how it is from one state to the next. You have some places that might be wanting to reopen, but a lot of people still might be staying home. They might be a little unsure about what to do. One thing is for certain, and I think this really goes for everywhere, lots of people are still getting food delivered. They're still getting takeout, carry out, curbside, pickup, or just full-blown delivery. And one chain that really has specialized in delivery and takeout before any of this ever happened is Domino's. Domino's Pizza. And they were one of the first, big pizza chains that I was ever eating at. And I still get them from time to time. I always do like how they're very accessible in terms of getting stuff delivered. I've been utilizing that service, quite a bit lately. And I just wanted to make this video with my 3 favorites from the Domino's menu. Now, these are my personal favorites. These are just the 3 things that I look at and think, wow, these are really good. These are really tasty. My go-to items. Now, I mean, who knows? Maybe you'll agree, maybe you'll disagree. So I want to warn you right now, this might be a video that it might make you laugh. It might make you cry. It might make your stomach growl. Your stomach might be growling while you're having fits of laughter with tears streaming down your cheek. I mean, I don't know what sort of a reaction this is going to elicit. But either way, brace yourself. Are these the best items on the Domino's menu? Who's to say for sure, but in my opinion, I like them a lot. That's what I can say. So first and foremost, as a little bit of a teaser, right? All 3 of these items are off of their $5 meal deal, which is a really good deal. It's one of those things where it's like, for $5 each, you can get 3 items. That would just come out to $15, which is a good deal, for 15 bucks. So that's the first thing. Okay, on to the first item. There's the box. Got some music. Sorry about that, I just needed to check the sound because you might hear some music in the background, and people can do what they want. It's their life. It's their, they can do whatever they want. Sometimes I feel like the timing is a little sarcastically bad, but just want to make sure there's no copyright or anything. But it seems, I think it's louder to me than it is for anything else. But anyway, we'll just get into the review. We'll just ignore it, and life goes on. That's how the world is. So first item that we got is their chicken. Their crispy specialty chicken. You can see right there in the box, it actually kind of says specialty chicken, so there's no real way to kind of hide that or anything. But we got that right there. And let's look. Just like boneless little chicken. It's crispy. Let's get a piece here. That's what it looks like. You can see it's breaded, seasoning. Boy, it's not my day today. Got the honking horns. That's what it looks like. So with that, I'm just going to try it out, and I'll let you know what it tastes like. Their specialty chicken going in. Yeah, it tastes pretty good. The thing that I always like about it is that it's like just boneless. It's boneless chicken. Yeah, you could say it's glorified chicken nuggets. But if you want to get something to dip them in, you can always do that. You know, that's why that's, you know, why they're so good for that. But even on their own, I just like how they're juicy, they're tender, they're flavorful. You get a good amount of meat in every bite. But I even just like that black pepper seasoning that comes on the chicken itself. And it's one of those items that I'm just a fan of because even by themselves, they hold their own and it tastes good. So that's why I'm a fan of the boneless chicken. And yeah, they're just like they're good little boneless chicken nuggets is the best way to put it. So out of 10, just by themselves, I'd probably give that, you know, probably an 8 out of 10. I would say an 8 out of 10 for sure, because I like them. They're solid. Next up, now it says bread twists, but they aren't bread twists. They're stuffed cheesy bread, and the name kind of just gives that one away, where it's like, you know, they're breadsticks, but then it's stuffed with cheese and various other toppings. Now, you could take these as just appetizers or snacks, or you could just eat it as a whole meal, but this is one of my favorites for sure. Okay. Here's what it looks like. This isn't going well today. That's what it looks like right there. And yeah, that's what it looks like. And again, it's like their loaf of breadstick, but this is their bacon and jalapeno variant. So in it, it's got the cheese blend, but it also has little jalapeno pieces, and it also has pieces of bacon on it as well. It's seasoned. It's got their garlic seasoning on the top. And let's just rip a piece off so we can kind of show you a good cross-section of it. There you go. You can see the cheese. You can see the jalapeno. You can see the cheese and the garlic seasoning on the top there. That's what it looks like. And now we'll see what it tastes like. So it's their bacon and jalapeno stuffed cheesy bread going in. Sorry I'm not totally on my game today. It's just sometimes you kind of get distracted, and then, you know, well, when you're distracted, but still doing my best, and just able to focus on the food at least. Mm-hmm. So here's why I really like the bacon and jalapeno stuffed cheesy bread. Number one, I like that it's got substance to it. Where it's not like it's way too thin. You get a good amount of everything. You get a good amount of cheese. That doughiness of the bread just ties it all together. I really like the way the garlic seasoning on the top just blends with everything too. My favorite thing, though, are the toppings inside. I just like that spice that the jalapeno gives, how it blends with the bacon, the cheese. It just works. It's just one of those items where everything just blends together, I think in the right way, the right amount, and it just ends up being very flavorful. So that's why I like it so much. One thing that I'll sometimes do if I'm feeling really brazen and adventurous is I'll take some hot sauce and I'll just dip it in that to just kind of go all out. Like a, nah, we're not going to go with that analogy this time around. Like a crazy, etc., etc. So, yeah, it works good, though. And the thing that I like about both of these items is that each one of them for this deal is just $5 a piece, which is good. I mean, they're just good snacks, they taste good, But there's enough substance that if you even just want to have that as like a meal, you could even do that too. But it's good. Just the cheese blend is flavorful. It's cheesy, but it's got that spiciness to it. But I like that there's just enough bacon in there too, and the jalapenos. Oh, it does one of those things that everything blends together good. So with that, out of 10, that would definitely be probably an 8.7 out of 10, even a little bit higher than the other one, because I just think it works. Now you might be saying, Reviewbrah, are you doing all this, for a pizza place? And are you deliberately not mentioning any pizza just to mess with me? Like, are you just doing that to just pull the strings here and just make it like a big joke? No. I was keeping the best for last. Here is my favorite pizza from Domino's. I kind of refrained from holding this up right away because the box kind of gives it away, because it always comes with its own box. They're Handmade Pan Pizza. And this, too, is part of their $5 deal. Yeah, the Pan Pizza. You can see it always comes in the black box. This is one of the first reviews I ever did for Domino's back in 2012 when they released it. And it's held up. It's just one of those items that, yeah, a little bit later, maybe went down in quality a little bit, but then it got better. It boosted back up, I think is the best way to put it. I always get the Pepperoni Pan Pizza. You can see with the Ronies. Right there. Sorry to awkwardly hold it up too long. We'll just get a slice out for you. And I just like how it's a thicker pizza. Again, how it has substance to it. And you can see it just comes with the pepperoni, the cheese, the sauce. But again, it's a thicker pan pizza. So I'm just going to try it out and I'll let you know what it tastes like. The Pepperoni Pan Pizza from Domino's going in. Oops, that was the wrong one. There we go. I'll take one more bite. And we'll get the crust while we're in. So, what I like about this so much is, again, I think, I might sound like a broken record, but there's always reasons why I like the items, and some of those reasons might be similar from one item to the next. I like this because everything just blends together well. And I think for all these items I've done their individual reviews, so if you want something in more detail there, you could find it there. But it's just, I like the flavorful sauce. I like the quality of the cheese. I like that there's more substance to the pizza, that it's soft, but it still has this little bit of a firmness that holds it all together. I like that the toppings extend all the way to the crust, that you really do get every bite with some sort of flavorful toppings, and it's not like you just have this crust that takes up 30% of the slice or something, right? It goes all the way to the crust. And I like that it's just a filling pizza. It just tastes good. Everything works. Everything blends together. And again, it's inexpensive too. These 3 items, I think they all taste good. I think they're of good quality. But they don't break the bank. That's the other thing. I was able to get all 3 of these items for around $20, which is fantastic. Just $5 each for the 2 sides. And then the pizza itself was just $7, because it is a little bit more of a specialty pizza, but it still tastes good. You can pick it up, you can get it delivered right to your door, and it's up to you. But those are my 3 favorite items from Domino's. Out of 10 this time around. I know I recently reviewed the Handmade Pan Pizza, and I don't really remember what I rated it back then. But this time around, especially this pizza, it would easily get an 8.5 out of 10. So both of these items are definitely on that higher end of the spectrum, higher end of the scale, and they all taste good, and that's why I like them so much. So my 3 favorite items from Domino's Pizza. again, sorry I'm a bit distracted today. It's just nothing I can do about it. I just wanted to do a video outside, and hey, you can't stop people from living their lives, and I totally get that, completely understand. But I hope you enjoyed the video, found it useful, and with that, I'm just going to get into some pizza eating. So thank you for watching, and do take care. I'm your host, the Report of the Week. Hope to see you next time under more favorable conditions. That's all.